So pretty much every time I make a best tech video, I'll have at least 5 or 6 people tell me, Aaron, this stuff is way too expensive. Now bear in mind, it is really hard to find good tech products under $10, and I didn't just want to show you guys a load of rubbish. So consider this more of a cool stuff under $10 because it's a little bit different, but I think you'll like it nonetheless. So drones are all over the shop these days, everyone seems to want one. But for a lot of people they're either too expensive, too bulky, or can't be flown indoors, and that's a problem. So welcome to the Cheerson CX-10, a drone that fits into the palm of your hand. It's absolutely tiny, but considering its size it's surprisingly well built, fast, agile, and easy to control. So I thoroughly recommend it. So as I mentioned earlier, this is not tech in the traditional sense, but this is the Jinhao Golden Dragon fountain pen. And at $7, I think it's an absolute steal because it's one of the best fountain pens I've ever used. Not only does it look and feel like it cost at least $50, but it comes in a presentation box, it writes smooth as butter, it's refillable and takes pretty much any ink cartridge. And to be honest guys, this is my favourite kind of product to find. It's refreshing and it just reminds you how much all those big companies try to squeeze out of you. So then we have the EarPod design earphones. And no, it's not an official Apple product, it doesn't even try to be. It's a company that's sort of taken a serious amount of inspiration from Apple and added their own design flair. Now to be honest, I think the only bit they have changed, the colour scheme doesn't even work that well, but considering the price, they actually sound quite similar to Apple's own. The remote feels a little bit less solid, the cable feels a little bit less durable, but overall guys, considering that huge price difference and that the sound is actually very similar, I'd say this is a good buy. Now number 4 is a really strange one, but it's probably my favourite on the list. It's by a company called Crazy, and they've got a sort of brand of products called Pop-In Cookin', and it allows you to make your own meals using just powders and water. So the meals are actually really sophisticated. For example, now I'm making pizza with various different toppings and fries. So you combine the powders with the water and you do different things to them. Some require microwaving, some require mixing, some require kneading. But more impressively, they taste exactly like you'd expect a pizza to, or whatever corresponding dish you're making, because they literally have about 40 different options. Not quite tech, but very cool. So this might seem pretty basic, but this wooden stand for your smartphone has saved me so much hassle. I kind of use it for a lot of the shots I take where I'm holding the phone up, but don't physically want to be holding it. On top of that, it looks premium as well, so just kind of sitting on the desk, it's a good way to dock your smartphone. Now I'm not sure I've told you guys this, but I actually have a bit of an obsession with chopsticks, and knowing this, one of my friends bought this as a gift and I instantly fell in love with it. So inspired by Star Wars, they're basically lightsabers that you use as chopsticks. They're lightweight, they're clear, and they're pretty easy to use, but more importantly, like any self-respecting lightsaber, they light up. Now you buy these as a set of 2, you get 2 red and 2 blue ones, so you can duel with your partner or friend or your pet if you wanted to. So for those of you who wanted to stand up your smartphone but kind of wanted a more robust all-round solution, there's the iRing. So this is an external metal ring you can buy and it uses adhesive to stick on the back of your smartphone. Inside the box you also get this little handle which you can stick onto anything, so you can basically hang your phone from any flat surface. It also means you can watch movies in any orientation, and it was rigid enough so that I felt comfortable touching the smartphone screen even when it was stood up like this. And the final feature is that you can also use it to stop you dropping your phone, but I have to say personally I found it a bit uncomfortable to hold like that. So then we've got an absolute must. This is a 5-port USB charger, and for $10 I was quite impressed because it does actually support Quick Charge 2.0. So not only can you charge 5 smartphones at the same time, but it'll also charge them 75% faster than a standard charger. It's built pretty well, feels pretty solid, and is small enough to take wherever you go, so no complaints there. So there we have it guys, that was best tech under $10? Question mark. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to drop it a like and hit that subscribe button, that would really help me out. I'm Mrwhosetheboss, and I'm signing out.